Steph. Can hear you fine. Thank you, Marcia. Loud and clear. Thank you, Rambai. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Chantel. Thank you, Funke. Thank you, Obianaju. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Okay. It's 5 minutes past 9, so I'm not going to punish the people who are coming early by making us wait for the people who are running a few minutes late. A big thanks to everyone for attending tonight's webinar. My name is Toby Awoyemi, just in case you didn't know, but I'm sure that you know that by now. I'm quite proud of my name. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, my name is Toby, and I am what I call a social media trainer and strategist. But let's just speak plain English. I use social media to grow my business. That's what I do. Also, can you guys let me know that you can hear, you can see me as well? Can you let me know that you can see me as well? Okay, I'm just going to check that, the chat, and find out if you guys can see me as well. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Thank you, Shayla. Okay, great, fantastic. So you can see me. Okay, so just to get a feel of where we all are from before I actually start with who I am and what I do, you guys just give me a shout out. Let me know where you're all joining this webinar from. You from the UK, from the United States, from Africa. Where are you? Where are you from? Thank you, Funke. Yes, you can see me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Obianaju. So where are you guys all joining from? Ladies and gents. Thank you, Christy Lee. No problem. Thanks, Steph. Oh, Vancouver, BC. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Angela. Louise, United Kingdom. Thank you. I'm right here in the United Kingdom with you, Louise, by the way. Steph, UK, Reading, Georgia, Baltimore. Wow. London, UK, Tony just from London, Christy from CA, thank you. Tola from the UK, Sheila from Georgia, thank you. Obianaju from Baltimore, thank you. Jamoke, the UK, thank you. All right. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, I use social media. Rambai says, yes, you're looking lovely. Oh, you're so sweet, Rambai. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get serious now. Serious business. So I use social media to build my business. I'll start with, I used to run a health and wellness business, which I actually still have an existing team, and which I actually built that team as well. And I found that I struggled to build a health and wellness business. The reason why I struggled, thank you, Kevin from Holland. And the reason why I struggled was with time. I was in a 9-to-5 role. I'm a mom of 2, married to that lovely gentleman. I'll just move a little bit so you can see his picture right behind me. His name is Femi, by the way. All right, so I'll come back. So I'm married with a mom of 2. I'm quite active in other areas of my life. I'm active in my church. I'm active in my family, also my extended family. And I found it difficult to run a business alongside, especially the physical aspect of running the business, which was going around to see people, meetings, and I needed to keep that to a minimum. I was still able to do those things, but keep that to a minimum. And I just decided, you know what? I think I was having a conversation with a friend, and she was telling me how she's using Facebook for our makeup business. And I thought, okay, I should just kind of encourage me, to take it a notch higher with Facebook. And I decided, I'm going to keep this go. I do like social media. I enjoy it. So why not? Let's use Facebook. I started using Facebook for my business, and I started getting a lot, wonderful response. Basically, I moved up the first rank in my health and wellness business just with Facebook, and then particularly the weight loss products. The eye opener for me was when I went on a weekend away with my hubby. We try to do that like every quarter of the year, and I went on a weekend away just here in the UK. And while away during the weekend, I wasn't marketing my business in any way, not promoting my business, not doing anything, because that time is away time. I went on a Friday evening was coming back on a Sunday and I had sold products online via Facebook. I thought, okay, this is interesting. I sold 3 weight loss programs online. I haven't put anything on Facebook in the past 3 days. I'm not there. I'm with my husband. I'm enjoying myself. I've had a lovely weekend, and this is works for itself. That was the beginning of big time, what I should say, big time social media for me. So just to give you that story, and that's how I started using social media for my business. In terms of business as a whole, again, I shared this in my first webinar. I was in a 9 to 5. I'm what you call a consultant, a contractor, well-paid job within the IT department, working within the financial services. But it was quite boring for me staring at Excel sheets all day. And a lot of people always get the jitters when I say that because they feel the same way. How many people have a lovely job which you're grateful for because it pays the bills when you're in your 9 to 5 and you haven't been able to cross over into doing your business full time or actually making the same income as your 9 to 5, but just sitting there and doing all those spreadsheets and not actually being able to express the creative side of me, pushed me out to go out and look for something that I enjoy doing. And that was the beginning of me starting my own business. Starting your own business is one thing. Most of the time, as a lot of us entrepreneurs, especially the part-time entrepreneurs, you still have your 9 to 5 job. How do you then balance this with this business that you want to be able to move to? You want to be able to, at some point, firstly, make some money, so extra income from your side business, and then the second stage for you is moving from doing your side business to probably having your business full time, so that you have time for your family and time for things that you really do enjoy doing. But it can be quite hard, especially as a mom, as a wife, because you've got other responsibilities. But that's where you leverage technology. That's where you leverage a smartphone. You don't have to carry your PC with you. And I'm just going to pick up my phone to make that clear to you. That's where you leverage your smartphone. This phone, very, very powerful. Very, very powerful, not for me to throw it against you and break your head, which I would never do, but to help you grow your business. It's done it to me, and there's no reason why you can't do it for you. Okay. Now I'm just going to check that I've still got everyone. Okay, I've still got a few of you telling me where you are. So tell me, send me messages. Let me know if you can identify with the things that I've just talked about. Anyone can identify with that, wanting to do something more than your 9 to 5, or finding it hard to balance your 9 to 5 with your business at the moment, with promoting your business, with, getting leads, with generating sales. In terms of time, in terms of effort, shoot me some messages. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if it resonates with you. I'll just be waiting for the messages. And I think at this point, while I'm waiting for your messages, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to go straight into business. Okay. Just bear with me while I do that. Okay. Let's just put that aside again. Okay. Yes, Claire, effort, balancing tasks with social media, more visibility. I work from home and have 3 kids, very busy. I totally understand, Christy. Want to do more balancing? Yes, I'm at an IG and FB, generate more exposure. Fantastic, Obianaju. Yeah, okay, I'd like to generate more leads, Obianaju. That's fantastic. Okay. Could you guys let me know if you can see my screen now? Now you should be able to see my Instagram screen. So you should be able to see my Instagram profile. I'm just waiting on you guys to find out if you can see my Instagram profile. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Claire. You can see my IG profile. Yes, Tola. Thank you for that. Okay. Thank you for that. Okay. So tonight, Tola, I see that about you having a 9 to 5 role while you're generating more sales in your business. That's a good plan. Well done. Okay. So tonight, as promised, I'm going to be sharing with you 7 simple strategies that you can use to grow your business on Instagram up to 200%. I've done it, and I believe that you can do it as well. So I can see all your answers telling me you want to generate more sales through social media. Fantastic. Okay. So let's get into the business of the day because I know that's why you're here. So tonight I'm going to be sharing with you 7 simple strategies to grow your business by up to 200% with Instagram. Even if you have only 15 minutes a day, you might have to practice to be able to do it in that short time. But at the beginning, it might take you more time as you learn how to do these things. But as time goes by, you will be able to do them really much faster. So, what the things I'll be covering with you today, what is Instagram, the kind of stats and trends that we have on Instagram, how to position yourself for success on Instagram, the 7 simple strategies to grow your business on Instagram, and how Instagram or indeed any other social media platform can work for you because they're quite similar. Each social media platform has its own peculiarities, but they're all social networks. As an example, every social media network needs engagement. You need to engage with other people. It's always a two-way street. Now, just to make it clear, I'm now sharing, I'm now swapping between my PowerPoint slides and my Instagram profile. If anyone cannot see that, please let me know. Okay? So I'll be switching between my slides and my Instagram profile. Okay, so Instagram, what is Instagram? I'm not going to bore you with the gory details because this is a practical session. I want you to get as much as possible out of this, but I'm just going to run some trends by you so that you have that in mind when you are promoting your business on Instagram. So was created in 2010. By 2012 had over 100 million active users. And as at December 2014, which is now a couple of months ago, Instagram announced that they now have over 300 million users. That's a lot of people, number one. And that's a lot of people to have in just 4 years. Remember, Instagram started in just 2010. Instagram was acquired by Facebook in 2012. You probably know why, because they can see Mark Zuckerberg is a very smart guy, so you can see the potential in Instagram. And not just acquired for chicken change, but $1 billion in cash and stock. In 2013 only, Instagram grew by 23% compared with Facebook, which only grew by 3%. Facebook is its parent company, and it's not growing as fast. Now, talking about your target audience on Facebook, it's 50% iPhone users and 50% Android users. So don't think, because it's only for iPhone users or it's only for Android owners. All of your target audience are there. As I writing this slide, it was 68% of Instagram users were female and 32% male, but that number has actually changed. It's actually now 51% male. Apologies for that because I found out this week. It's now 51% male and 49% female. Imagine that. So who says men don't use social media? 71%, still the same number of the world's top brands on Instagram, such as Starbucks, such as Adidas, Nike, they are on Instagram. Maybelline, they are on Instagram. And also, the engagement on Instagram is 15 times greater than Facebook. And we all know that it's pay to play on Facebook right now. Pay to play meaning you only get reach, you only get engagement, you only get new leads, new followers when you do adverts. There are ways to do this organically on Facebook, but it's a lot tougher. Instagram is open ground at the moment. So it's not impossible with Facebook, but Instagram is so much easier at the moment. Now I'm just going to check on you guys to make sure that everyone can hear me. Okay, so Tiana says I can't see your screen. Inka says I can. So a few people can, just Tiana, I'm sorry about that. Please keep trying, and hopefully you can hear me, even if you can't see me. Okay, so now positioning yourself for success on Instagram. How do you position yourself for success on Instagram? It's by your profile. And I've mentioned a few things there: your profile, your picture, your bio, and your link. I'm now going to switch to my Instagram profile so that we can practicalize this. Now, I'm sure a lot of us know here that this is where you edit your profile. When you click on the edit profile, I'm just going to do that again. You click on your edit your profile here under your followers, and then you can actually edit your profile there. This is something that you can change as often as you like. So you're not tied to anything. You can change your name, you can change your badge, you can change your link, you can change your bio. There's also the private information at the bottom, which is only open to yourself and not to everyone. Okay, now looking here, I'm actually going to go back here. The first one, I like to call it the badge, which is where you can see Toby Awoyemi, and you can't see the rest of it. But if you come in here, you'll be able to see Toby Awoyemi social branding. The beauty of this first line, which is your badge, which is the first line in the edit profile section here, is that when you put your name and you put beside that what you actually do, for example, I've put social branding there. If somebody were to start searching social branding, even though they don't know my name, they can actually find me with social branding. And I'm just going to try that out now. And I have tried it several times and it worked. I'm going to try it again. So basically, if we click on people and I type in social branding, okay, so you can see me coming up there as the first person over there. So even though I haven't typed in Toby Awoyemi, but because I've typed in social branding, which is something that I've tagged on my own name badge, I like to call that first little badge, I'm coming up. So someone found me that way. So it's really, really important that apart from your name, on that first line, which is here, okay, Instagram is just taking its time loading. On that first line, you put in, for example, Karen Matthews, nutritional expert, Karen Matthews, weight loss expert, Karen Matthews, natural weight loss expert. By the way, I don't know anyone called Karen Matthews. I'm just giving that as an example. The next line is your name. That's easy, but for some of us, sometimes we find that our names have been taken and we get a bit stuck. I would suggest that you just, if you could just put a middle initial, a middle name, add a middle name. I would really recommend that you don't use numbers. If you're going to use numbers, use something that stands out, like 001. So that actually stands you out. But I would recommend that you try not to use numbers or hyphens. Try and use a name that's easily, remembered, a memorable name. So, for example, if your name is, again, Karen Matthews, and that's taking, maybe you've got a middle name called Anne, Karen Ann Matthews, for example. So, try as much as possible to use your name because that's more memorable and easy to remember. You can easily tell their friends, follow, Karen Ann Matthews on Instagram. They can put that on Facebook. They can put that on other social media networks. Or imagine if your name is Karen Matthews, 1966, 78 or whatever. It's difficult. We've got enough numbers to remember, like our home addresses and our phone numbers. So it's really, really important that you have that in mind. On the third field there, you conceive a link there, and that link is basically the link to this webinar. So that's what I've been promoting this week. This link is your prime real estate on Instagram. When I say your prime real estate, this is the reason why you're on Instagram, believe me. Because in online marketing, for those of us that have been online for a while, we know, we've heard that over and over again, the money is in the list, and it is true. People will come into contact with you 5 to 7 times online because they don't know you physically online before they buy from you. And how will they do that if they just come across your account and then they're gone? But if you've got a link in there to collect names and email address in exchange to something of value that you are giving, then you've now got a name and email address for somebody who is your target client, rather target audience, your ideal client. You can then continue to form a relationship with them by offering value and in the process exposing your products and services to them. So for example, on that link now, I've told you I'm holding a free webinar tonight. You're here now. I now have your name and email address. Yippee, I'm going to be emailing you. Just kidding. Okay, but basically, if I ever email you, and I'm sure some of you have experienced that before, it's always value. It's always about articles on Instagram, articles on Facebook, articles on social media, marketing as a whole, the webinars I'm holding, I'm constantly giving you value. That's the only reason why I email you. So that's what you need to do. You need to, at this link, you need to have a link there, and it needs to be a link where you can give away something for free. For example, it can be free weekly tips if you haven't got a free ebook or free video or free webinar yet. But the more valuable it is, the more somebody will want to give you your name and email address. So look into that. That's something that you should do. It's somewhere for you to continue to connect outside of Instagram with your target audience, with your ideal clients. Instagram is not yours. Anything could happen with Instagram. I'm not saying anything's going to happen, but basically have your own list. Now, in the bio area, as you can see there as well, I'm just going to go to the front page so that you can see the bio area properly. So I've got social media trainer and strategist because that's what I do. So if you're a weight loss consultant, if you're a nutritionist, if you're an event planner, if you're a wedding planner, let them know that that's what you're doing. So have that on the first line. And then you can see the second thing is helping business owners generate free leads and income with Instagram. People want to know how you can help them. I see a lot of us writing things about, I'm a mom of two, and I love this, I love basketball. It's all good. There's nothing wrong with that. But when will that make somebody want to follow you? They need to know what most people are thinking. Okay, just bear with me. Okay, apologies for that. Just bear with me so that doesn't happen again. Okay, so most people want to know what you can do to help them. And that's why here I put helping business owners generate free leads and income with Instagram. That's what we want to do. That's what I want to do on Instagram. That's what you want to do on Instagram. And so that's why you're here. And then the last thing is, what am I offering you today, which is a free Instagram marketing training webinar, which you're now on. So that's our profile. Yeah. One very, very important thing before I move away from the profile is that in your marketing, on your business profile on Instagram, because some of us have personal Instagram accounts, I do know that, which is basically pictures of us with our friends and family and all of that, which is fine. And you can always set that to private if you like, because they're personal things. But under no circumstances should your business account be set to private. Because when I find you on Instagram, if I find you, in fact, I would not find you on Instagram because your account is set to private. I can't find you by hashtags. If I know you're on Instagram and I search for you, how do I find you? Your account is set to private. How do I know what you can offer me? How do I see your bio? So you need to set your account to public if it's a business account. If it's a private account, if it's your personal account, that's fine. That can be set as a private one. And just for those of us who don't know, I'm just going to show you that. So on the wheel, when you click on the wheel, just beside your name, so you've got where you can actually make your account a private account. So right now you can see that mine set to public. If I were to set it to private, then it would have the blue one. But when I've done that, so it's now set to public. Okay, now I'm just going to go back to my slides. Okay, so that's us covering the profile. Before I go on to, so now I'm going to go into, but the profile is the most important thing because that's the first thing anybody sees about you, and that's why I've covered that first. If you don't get anything from today, get something from that. I'm going to now run through quickly because I don't want to take all of our time. Run through quickly our 7 simple strategies. But before I do that, I'm just going to check how we're all doing. Okay, Shayla says you can't hear me. Okay. All right. Can you guys just shoot me some some messages and let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, if you can see my screen, if you're understanding me, if you're getting value from this before we start our 7 strategies. Okay, just waiting on you guys. Thanks, Claire. You can see and hear me well. Thank you. Okay, while I'm waiting for your messages, I'm going to okay, can you enlarge your slide, please? Okay, let me try to do that. Okay. All right. Okay, Sheila, you can see and hear me. I hear you so far, so good. Okay, all right. Okay, so in the 7 strategies, I'm just going to start with content. Content is basically the value that you're sharing. So you can see there 7 simple strategies. You've got content, hashtag, engagement. If you've got a pen and paper, this is a good time to write. So the first thing was our profile. Your profile is very important. The most important thing on your profile is that link I talked about. Now, the 7 simple strategies: content, hashtags, engagement, CTAs, which is call to actions, apps, which is basically applications, which in that sense is Instagram applications, direct messaging, and contests. So I'm now going to be going straight into content. You can see I'm not a technology guru here. I'm just really good with with using a fun and easy tool for my business, because I'm trying hard to enlarge the screen. Okay, so I hope you can see the content strategies I've got up there. The first one is the content strategy, and the first thing is inspirational quotes. Inspirational quotes are big now. People give people hope. People want to hear good news. People want to have hope for tomorrow. People want to have something to hold on to help them along the way. People need encouragement. People need inspiration, motivation, because people have challenges. People have other things trying to draw their attention from their dreams, from their goals, from their aspirations. I'm hearing from you telling them it's going to be okay. I'm hearing from you saying, you know, it's going to be better tomorrow. It's fantastic for a lot of people. We all need encouragement. We all need motivation at different stages. So inspirational quotes are a good one. And if you've been on my page on Instagram, you would have noticed I share inspirational quotes daily. Some days I even share 2 a day. The next thing is tips and tricks. Again, people want value, value, value. So if you look in there, if you can see my screen, my slide, I've got one of the tips I was sharing, which is content ideas. Share tips and tricks on how to information. So share tips, share tricks on your area of expertise. If you're in makeup, share makeup tips. If you're in weight loss, share weight loss tips. If you're a wedding planner, share event planning tips. So share tips. People want to know how to do things better. The last thing is very few peeks into who you are. So you can see there a picture of myself and my hobby family. So people want to know, okay, they might like to catch a glimpse of who you are, who is behind all of this. But remember, only a sprinkling of this. Not too much, only a sprinkling, because people are there more for value, value, value. Now, our next strategy is the hashtag strategy. Hashtags are so important on Instagram, because that's the way people find you. That's one of the only 2 ways that people find you. People can find you through their feed. So basically, for the people that you're following, for example, you can see what's happening, what they're doing, what they're liking, who they're following in your feed. The same way. So people can find you through their feed. But the most strategic way to get people to find you is through using relevant hashtags. When I say relevant hashtags, I mean hashtags that are relevant to your target audience. If, for example, you are a weight loss expert and you use the hashtag grateful, and you can use that sometimes, but if that's the hashtag you always use, grateful, happy, that is in no way relevant to what you're offering. Your target audience, they're not going to find you. Your ideal client are not going to find you. You're just going to find random people who will follow you just because they want you to follow them back. And they'll never be your customers. They'll never become your customers. But if you're, example again, a weight loss expert, so you need to put things like, if it's a natural product, natural weight loss, so, baby weight, new mom, relevant hashtags to your business. If you're a wedding planner, have hashtags like event planner, wedding planner, budget weddings, things that are relevant, keywords that are peculiar to your target audience. You can Google your area of expertise and you will see certain words come up. Those are the keywords that you can use as hashtags. You can go on Amazon and go to the book areas and look at the hashtags that come up in your area of expertise. These are ways for you to find the relevant hashtags for your ideal clients. Please, please, please use the relevant hashtags so that you will attract your ideal clients. Some apps also help you to find relevant hashtags. Some of them include Hashtagify, so that's Hashtagify, which I could write in my notes to you, and also Tagboard. So, okay, Rumbai said you can hear me. Okay. So I'm just going to write the name of those. So hash. I've just sent you the names of some of the apps that you can use to get the relevant hashtags for your business, for your area of expertise. So it's really, really important. So you can use what we call their generic wide hashtags and their narrow hashtags. So for example, weight loss, that's like, a wide one, it's quite a big one. And then if you're actually into helping new moms lose weight, then you could have baby weight as a more specific one, new mom as a more specific one. So be sure to use relevant hashtags. This is so important. You can probably hear it in my voice. The next strategy that I'm going to talk about tonight is engagement. A lot of people just go on social media and just post things. Social media, any social media network at all, it's a two-way street. It's called social network. I'm not being sarcastic, I'm sorry. But basically, you need to network with others. I use a particular strategy that works very well, which I actually learned from, another expert in the of social media. Is the 5-3-2 engagement strategy, rather the 5-3-1 engagement strategy. What I do is I use the hashtag. So I search on hashtags. I use the hashtag to look for. I'm going to change to my. Okay, I'm going to change to my Instagram screen so that I can show you this. So I click on hashtags. So hashtags are now highlighted, and I put in a hashtag. So for example, if I'm looking for, if my ideal client is somebody who sells the 3D lashes. So if I put in 3D lashes, okay, you can see that it's 102,147 posts that have been hashtagged with 3D lashes. I click on that, and then I think, so this exercise is something that I used to do initially when I just started my business. At least I still do it, but then I was doing it for up to at least 5 people every day. As my account grew, I reduced the amount that I did. But basically, what you do is to have So the first step is, what are the hashtags that your ideal client use? So I've thought about that. I think my ideal client is somebody who wants to get more leads and generate more income sales with Instagram. And one of those people is somebody who is selling 3D lashes, who is promoting 3D lashes. So I put the hashtag 3D lashes, and this is now showing all the people promoting 3D lashes. 102,236 of posts. Wow. So I click on one of the pictures, and I can see Unique by Agnes. So I go to Agnes's page. Hi Agnes, if you're there. Just as a bonus, I'm going to follow Agnes. Usually I don't follow. I only do the 531, but because I'm using Agnes as an example, Agnes rather, as an example here, I'm just going to follow her. So, but what I would normally do is I would go through their feed, and I would look at the pictures, find 5 pictures that I like. So I hope I'm taking you with me. She actually has lovely pictures. I would want 3D lashes from her if I wanted to get them, because she's got lovely pictures. So I hope you all understand what I'm doing. I've now liked 5. Remember, it's the 5-3-1 rule. I've now liked 5 of Agnes's pictures. Now I'm going to find 3 of them to comment on 3. So like 5 on 3, I would say this looks really lovely. Really lovely. Send. I would find another picture. It's always good to use their latest pictures. And I would, in this one, I would say great pic. And I could actually add her name so that she knows that I've been there. So basically, I've added her name as well. That's just by putting the @ and typing in her name. Now, so I've liked 5, commented on 2 of. So the 3D versus normal quote. Oh, so yes or no. So I would say yes. So I've now commented on 3. What usually happens is called the 5-3-1 because you like 5 posts, you comment on 3, and usually this person will follow you. Not always, but most of the time you get to your follow. And guess what? It will actually show in the feed as well what you're doing. Another person might also see how you've engaged with Agnes and become interested in you. But usually they would follow you, so you've liked 5 of their posts. By the time someone comes to their account, and this one person has liked 5 of their posts and commented on 3, they feel, this person really likes me. Let me check out their profile. So they come and check out your profile, and that's where your content is important. If you put good content there and your profile is attractive, then they follow you. I've had a lot of people follow me in this way. So this is one of the secret tips that I use. Some of you have probably followed me this way. So before I carry on, I'm going to go back to my slide for our next strategy. Okay, but just before I carry on, I'm just going to check on us again and make sure everyone's fine. Oh, Romba, thank you, Toby. This is brilliant. Enjoying this extremely, learning a lot. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so the next thing is your call to action. A lot of times we expect people to know what to do, but they don't know what to do. So some things are new to some people. You need to tell people what you want them to do so that they're not guessing. Number 1, sometimes people don't know what to do. Number 2, people are busy. They don't want to have to figure out what to do. Just tell them what you want them to do. So I always, in my Instagram post, register for the webinar here. Get my free training here. A lot of you would have noticed it in my. Okay, I'm just going to go back to Instagram again because I really want you to get this right. So when I go, so for example, I'm going to go for this one. So I put this post up today about spending your day like you will spend your time. And if you look at what I've written there, I've talked about free live Instagram training today. 7 simple strategies. Register at this link now. That's a call to action. What do you want them to do? Register at this link now. And I've put it there. Explain to people. I've also explained that the link is case sensitive. So basically, you can't just think about, oh, bit.ly/free-interview and type it in. You have to use, and I've also told you the registration link is also in my bio. So that I'm in my bio, you can click on it. So register at this link now. That is a call to action. So you need to let people know what you want them to do. Enter now, order now, take action, act now before it's too late. Click here. It's very, very important because you could just be posting and not say anything. People, they just look at it and say, oh, really nice. This lady shares such wonderful things, but they don't know what you want them to do. Okay. The next strategy we're talking about is the app strategy. I like to call it Get Insta Smart. Get Insta Smart in terms of be smart with what you're showing on Instagram. A lot of people have asked me, what do you use to create such lovely quotes? You can see that on my screen. It's the word swag. So it's called word swag. So again, it's W-O-R-D, which I'll send out to everyone again, W-O-R-D, and then swag, S for sugar, W for whiskey, A for alpha, G for golf. So word swag. You could also use Insta quotes for those on Android, Insta and then quotes. Just in case some of us don't know, but I'm sure quite a number of us know, Instagram is a mobile-only app, meaning that you can only use it on your mobile phone or on your tablet. But guess what? Here comes, as you can see on my screen again, Iconosquare. Just to let you know, we'll have a Q&A section. So basically, I'll be able to ask any questions that you might want to ask. So here comes Iconosquare. Iconosquare, if you just go to www.iconosquare, so ICONO square.com, and you log in with your Instagram username and password, you will be able to use Instagram on your PC. You can also see the analytics of those that are liking your posts, when your followers are online, a lot of things to help you better use Instagram. We also have Schedulegram, which you can see on my screen, which is basically to schedule your posts in advance. Again, talking about leveraging technology. You've got a 9-to-5 job. I've got a 9-to-5 job, so I haven't got time to be posting. That's not an excuse because you can post on your way in the morning, if you take the train like I used to, your lunch time, on your way back. Or if you're driving, you can use Schedulegram to schedule your post for later. Again, Schedulegram, I'll send it all out again in the chat area. It's SCHEDU and then gram. That's SCHEDU. S for sugar, C for Charlie, H for Harry, E for Echo, D for Delta, U for uniform, and gram. So that's Schedulegram for you. Now, another strategy that I want to talk about. I know this is a lot to take in tonight. We've talked about 5 of the strategies already, I believe. So it's a lot to take in, but just start slowly. And I'll also be telling you how you can get, how can you really make use of these strategies for your Instagram marketing and actually see a 200% growth in your business like I have done. Again, as I mentioned earlier, I will be announcing free gifts and bonuses at the end of this webinar. So just hold on for the value that you're going to be getting and also for the bonuses. Okay, so the direct messaging strategy. The direct messaging strategy, I'm not sure a lot of us know that we have direct messaging on Instagram. For those of us that know, some of us don't know how to use it because I had a few people ask me, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. That box at the top there, right next to Instagram, is where you send a direct message. So obviously here you can see the direct messages that I've been sending or direct messages that people have been sending to me. So the first one is somebody sending me a direct message saying, I saw you like my post about an offer that I'm giving out, that I'm offering, well, an offer that I posted. Would you be interested in getting? That was a very nice one that she did there. So that was from Lu Jin. So great example, Lu Jin. I haven't been in contact with her, but she did send me a direct message. From here, you can see the direct messages that I send to people. Here, I've actually sent a direct message to somebody saying, have you registered for my webinar? And then I send them a picture. I've actually just said this to this person to say, hello. I haven't even said her about my webinar, I've just said hello. And then obviously there would be some text there as well. So how do you do that? You basically click on the box, then click on the plus sign, and just in the same way that you upload a picture, you will choose a picture here. So I'm going to just choose that picture and click on next. I'm not going to change it, so it's a normal. I'm not going to try and, so this is basically just to make it look different, slumber, creamer, and the rest. So I'm going to leave it on normal, click on next, and I can actually choose who I want to send it to. I'm going to send it to Sotoye Deru Motivate because she's a lovely lady. Hi, Sotoye. I'm not sure if she's on the call, but I will just click on, and just a point of caution here. You can send these direct messages to more than one person, but they can all see that you send it to just more than one person. They can see that you send it to quite a number of them, and they can also see when somebody replies. So I recommend that you only send a direct message to one person at a time. So I'm going to choose Sotoye and just say hi. Just using you as an example. Just using you as an example. Okay, as an example on my webinar. Sometimes somebody I know very well, so I can write that. So, thank you. I wouldn't write that to just anyone. So, okay, and then you've got the send to Sotoye here, and all I do is send it to Sotoye. And there we go, I've sent her that message. So you choose a picture, you add a text, you choose one person, ideally. I recommend just one person. And that's the direct messaging for you. Again, just to let you know, I'm going to switch back to my slides. When you do have a new message waiting for you, the picture on the right is what you'll be able to see. And so the picture here is showing that I have one message from Instagram Direct. So one message, waiting for me there. Okay, our last strategy for tonight, I believe, is the contest. Contests are a fantastic way to grow your following and grow your email list really fast, because you can have, quite a number of people following you at the same time because of the contest. So usually maybe you might have, depending on how much work you're putting into your Instagram account, 10, 15 people following you, 20 people, 30 people following you daily, depending on how much, how many posts a day. I recommend that you post at least 3 times a day. And if you want to grow your Instagram account really fast, I would say 5 to 7 times a day. The kind of content that you can hold is just basically, one of them is like this post and tag a friend to win a book, to win a free product. So those are the kind of things you can do. Another thing that you can do is the hashtag user-generated content. So that's hashtag. Basically, you tell them, upload a picture that has to do with one of my products, how my product has helped you, or how you think my product can help you. And hashtag, so for example, if it's a weight loss product, upload pictures on how you think my product can help you lose your baby weight, and put a hashtag that says, maybe you choose, I'm trying to think of a hashtag that you can choose, lose baby weight today. So hashtag each of those pictures, lose baby weight. You get to choose the winner, and you tell them when the contest starts and when it finishes. The last one, which is a lovely, lovely one, is basically email-gated contest, where you tell people, you can send them to a link. You can either use other applications, such as Heyo, which is Heyo, or Wishpond, or you can use a simple way, send them to a link where they can put their name and email address, and for everyone who puts their name and email address, they get a chance to win something that you're offering. So you've got enter to win. The call to action again, that's really important. Now, I think this is the thing that I've told you. I hope that you've been able to get a lot of value from this. It's going to help you build your business. I'm just going to check what we've got here. Can you all just let me know? Okay, so I'll be honest, you missed the info on CTA. Don't worry. Okay, they are up. The one is a follow. Yeah, correct? No, the one is that you got a message. Yan, the one is that you got a message. Okay? All right. Let me know if you're getting value from this, because I've been telling you about the bonuses and the free gifts that I'm going to be offering tonight. So let me know if you're going to get value, you'll be getting value from this, so that I can carry on. So I'm just going to also send you some of the apps I've been talking about. Hail and Wish Fund. Shadowgram. Icono Square. Okay. Guys, shoot me some messages. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you're doing. I know we've got a bit of a delay, but let me know how you're doing. Okay, I'm just waiting on you guys. I know there's a bit of a delay. Okay, I'm taking notes. I would like the info on CTA. That's fine. Obianuju, CTAs are basically telling people what to do. Are these apps on iPhone only? Some of them are on Android as well, so just check them out. Some of them are learning new things. Thanks, Claire. Yeah, some of them are on iPhone only, but just check if you've got more. Most of them should be on Android as well. CTAs are things like a call to action. CTA is a call to action. Enter to win. Register here now. So basically, you're telling people what to do. Thank you, Tora. All right. So let me know. Thank you, Tora. Thank you, Chief. Okay. So I believe that the reason why we're on this call tonight is for us to find out how we can get more leads. Basically, you get more leads, and that's more people to expose your products and services to. You generate more sales. More sales, that's more income for you. That means that extra income that you want to get from your business, that car you want to pay for, that education you want to pay for, that child education, that Christmas gift, that house, that car, whatever it is for you, that moving from 9 to 5 job, from a job you don't like, to doing your own business full time. So that's what the sales mean for you. I always tell people, we're not looking for money, it's what the money can do for you. So I want to believe tonight that that's why we are people who are serious about our business, because that's why I started using Instagram. I want to believe that that's the reason why you're here on this call. You want to get more leads, more sales, you want to double your business. You don't have to sweat so much to get there. Yes, the business does take time and effort, but you can leverage technology as well. You can leverage a smartphone while you're at work, all from the comfort and convenience of a smartphone, as I mentioned earlier. So I'm going to be introducing to you tonight something that can help you, which is the InstaBeat Growth Course. The InstaBeat Growth Course will help you to generate more leads and generate more sales with Instagram. And this is basically, you're the first set of people to hear about this course. The only thing that you have ever seen about this course is me using the InstaBeat Growth icon for the first time this evening on Instagram and on Facebook. So you're the first set of people to hear about it, and this is basically, something that you're the first people, you're the champions, you're the leaders, you're the first people to get hold of it, and so you can start running with it. Instagram is newish as well, so get there first before everyone else. So the InstaBeat Growth Course will help you to generate more leads and generate more sales with Instagram. And the acronym that I'm going to be using to teach you in the InstaBeat Growth Course is basically check map. So basically check your map. But in this case, the check is double C. So it's CHECC. So if you can see my screen, check map. So we're going to be looking at all of these strategies that I mentioned on this course in their final details. Basically, each one of the strategies is a whole module of its own on the InstaBeat Growth Course. C is for content, H is for hashtags, E is for engagement, another C for call to action, and another C for content. With the map, the acronym continues. M is for messaging, A for applications, and P is for your profile. So we are going to be looking at each letter of this acronym as a strategy in the InstaBiz Growth course. The InstaBiz Growth course will have a module 1. I'm not going to read all of this to you. Basically, it's going to tell you why you should be using Instagram for your business, the different types of Instagram accounts so that you're not making a mistake in building your business with Instagram. The basics, 9 basics you must know about Instagram, or else you're wasting your time on Instagram. And basically, the fact about Instagram that you should know, every product has a manual. So you don't need to read the whole of the terms and conditions of Instagram and what you can get from it. I've got them in points for you to just pick up, invite, and digest. So the first module is basically an introduction to what you should know about Instagram and you starting Instagram off the right way. The second module is an in-depth study into your profile. Basically how to get people to find you quickly on Instagram and how to get people to become your followers once they sign up to Instagram. So once they get on Instagram, there are things that you can put in place that they really start to follow you, how to get them to find you, and how to get unlimited free leads. When I say free leads, free names and email addresses from Instagram. I'm telling you, this is so easy. This is the easiest social media platform that I've used for this so far. Now, that's module 2 for you. In module 3, as I told you, that we'll be looking at each one of the acronyms one by one. The module 3 is content. Are you struggling for content to use online? I'll show you where to find them. And it's all done for you. You just leverage on that, pick them up, you save your time, and it makes you attractive for people to follow you. So somebody gets on your profile, to see the content that you're sharing, and they want to follow you. The module 4 is hashtags. I've talked about hashtags tonight. Do you know where to find the relevant hashtags for your industry? Do you know how to mix and match the wide industry hashtags and the narrow ones? Do you know the hashtags that your ideal client is searching for? I'll show you how to find those on this course. So that's module 4. Each module will have a PDF that you can download and also a video explaining all of this to you. You'll be looking over my shoulder on Instagram to see how exactly I do it. E is for engagement, which is how you engage with people online. I did a snippet of this tonight, but I can show you basically how to engage with people so that they want to follow you, so that they actually give you their names and email addresses, so that they actually become your customers, because that's why you're on Instagram. Now, module 6, Obianoji was talking about the calls to action. I'll be showing you all the different types of call to actions that you can use and where you can use them on Instagram. There are at least 3 different places on Instagram, actually 4 different places on Instagram where you can use calls to action. Do you know them? And do you know which ones to use? The module 7 is going to be about direct messages, which is basically how you can connect with your ideal clients without becoming a spammer. So spamming people and then just ignoring you, and what to say in your messages. How to connect with people on a one-to-one basis, because people don't care what you know until they know that you care. So people don't care what you know until they know that you care. So you can connect with people on a one-to-one basis through messaging. On Facebook, you cannot send messages to somebody who is not your friend on Facebook. It's considered spam and Facebook can shut you down for it. On Instagram, it's not that way. If you're following somebody, you can send them a message. So that's the module 7 for us. On module 8, I'm going to be showing you all of the apps that I use and how I use them. How to schedule your posts in advance, how to even use videos on Instagram without you having to record your own videos. Imagine that. I know a lot of us are nervous, uncomfortable about recording videos. For those of us who are comfortable about it, that's fantastic. So you can do 15-second videos on Instagram. What do you say? How do you use them? I'll tell you all about that. Or if you don't want to record yourself, I'll also show you apps that you can use to put together videos for Instagram how I do those lovely quotes, how, the various things that I use, the various apps I shared on my posts, how I know who is following me back, how I know what kind of posts my followers like when they're online so that I can post at that time. It's no use posting at 2 a.m. when nobody's online, or even posting at 9 a.m. if my followers are not online. I've noticed that my followers are online around anything from 1 p.m. But I found out that through an app. So you need to know these things. Number 9 is for contest. And basically, contests help you to get big gushes, massive surge of leads on your Instagram in hours. There are mainly 3 types of contests that you can run on Instagram. I'll show you how to do those one step at a time. Now, we'll also have the module 10, which is the Insta Success module, which is basically me showing you the secret principles that will ensure that Instagram skyrockets your business, just as it is done with mine. Because Instagram has taken me to a totally new level in my business, and I want you to have the same thing. There's no reason why you shouldn't have that. I've also set up a Facebook group for all of the people who will be on the InstaBiz Growth course, where I'll be answering all your questions, where we'll be following each other, liking and commenting on each other's posts. It's not compulsory, only if you want to take part, because basically this will give you engagement. I will make sure that people see you in their feed, so it just helps you. But very importantly, I'll be answering your questions, and you have other members of the group there to help you as well. Lastly, we'll also have a live question and answer webinar answering all of your Instagram questions. So I've told you, I know I've been talking for a few minutes now, and I've told you so many things that this will consist of. It's a whole 10 modules. You have lifetime access to this training. It's going to be online. You'll be able to download your PDF or have access to them anytime you like. You have your own login details, and you'll be able to watch the videos anytime you like. You've got lifetime access, basically, to this. And if you listen to me go on about 10 modules, go step by step on 10 modules, and you're going to have PDFs and videos for and the different strategies, then you would know that this is worth a lot of value. But this is what we call a pre-launch. It hasn't been launched to the general public. As I mentioned earlier, you are the first set of people to basically find out about this course. When this course is fully launched, it will be a price of $127. Now, get ready for this. Tonight, I'm going to be giving you this course for $47 only. So if you didn't hear me right, if you thought you didn't hear me, I'm going to say it again, just $47. When this product is fully launched, it's going to be $127. Tonight, it's going to be $47 only. Not only that, for the first 20 people, 20 is the cutoff. For the first 20 people to sign up for the InstaBiz Growth course, you will get a free half-hour session with me to discuss Instagram and your business specifically. So we'll be talking about how we can use Instagram for your business in addition to your course. So I'm going to be sharing with you how you can get I'm going to be sending a message out to you now how you can get your hands on this course now. And also, you can also send me any questions that you might have. Okay. I've just sent out a link to you. Thank you. I've just sent out a link to you. Please let me know that you can see the link. So for the first 20 people to get the InstaBiz Growth course is, as I said, is $47 only. It's going to be $127 when the course is fully launched. So just for tonight, just for the new entries, it's $47 only. The first 20 people will have a half-hour session with me. In fact, I'm going to be more generous. The first 20 people will have a 45-minute session with me on discussing Instagram and their business. So how to use Instagram to grow their own business specifically, in addition to their training. We'll also have a Facebook group where you can ask me any questions. It's a closed Facebook